do you think that AI will replace content writers moving forward?
So that's not something that helps you, clarify your worth. So make sure you do not do that.
What are your thoughts on freelancing as a career?
So these are the two ways that I prefer and use, and they work for me pretty well.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So this is Ganesh here, and in today's video we have Tanishka with us. So Tanishka is a content creator and a content writer. So in this video we have discussed about how can you learn content writing, how can you find clients as a content writer, how can you write a piece of content, will AI replace content writing or not, and much more. So please make sure to watch the video till the end.
So Tanishka, can you give me a short introduction about yourself and take us through your freelancing journey?
Okay, so it's been interesting. So I started over 2 years back while I was doing my full-time job. And that's when it struck me that I should do something for myself. And on the side, I thought, okay, I'll talk about careers. Because that's what I struggled with when I was a teenager, because I did not know what career to opt for. And I was always into unconventional careers. So that's where I thought that I would start a YouTube channel. I started it, made 2 videos, I got bored. Then I went to blogging. It took me 3 months to create a WordPress site. And then I got bored. Then Instagram Reels just got introduced. I started created them and started talking about, writing.
Right.
And so people started reaching out, and I was like, no, I don't want to freelance. I did not even know what freelancing was. So I said no to so many clients.
Right.
While people were waiting to get clients, I was saying no to so many of them.
Right.
And just one day I just said yes to one of them, and that's where it got started. And it's been going pretty well. It started with little hurdles, but now it's been all smooth, and I know my thing. I know what to do, what to do, when to do, and where to do. So yeah, that's how it's been.
Amazing. So how can someone learn content writing and get better at writing?
The learning process is, it's a big thing. It's not like you learn in one day and then you do. My
Right.
one tip for everyone who wants to learn anything is don't just, run over the process and overwhelm yourself.
Right.
Learn one thing today and implement it today.
Right.
Learn the other thing tomorrow and then implement it tomorrow.
Right.
For even for content writing, if you've learned how to write an introduction or how to write a hook today, practice it first.
Right.
If you learned how to structure a blog post, structure it and then move to other aspects like SEO and stuff. So it's a process. You have to practice every day, practice research, practice writing, practice formatting. It's all about practice that you do, and that's how you learn writing. There's so many small aspects to it, and you go by it one by one. You can learn through YouTube videos, through blogs.
Right.
What I prefer is reading short stories, and that
Right.
helps me a lot to build a point of view on what I write. So that's what helps me a lot.
Yes, implementation is very important. Otherwise, we'll keep on consuming content and searching on YouTube, browsing it. So we should implement. So how can someone charge as a content writer? Should we charge per word basis, per project basis, or hourly basis? How should we go about it?
Okay, so initially, every freelancer that I see in India charges, per word basis, which is
Right.
not the right metric. Because, see, when you get a blog, you don't get paid, or you're not working for one word.
Right.
Instead, if you get a 1,000 word blog post to write, you have this entire, research process, interviewing the client, learning the ins and out of the business, and knowing, creating a point of view. So that all comes in a project. So you cannot charge per word because all that
Okay.
effort get hidden.
Right.
So make sure you charge per project, or
Okay.
make a package out of it. For example, if you have 4 blog posts, so or even one, if you have one, just say, okay, I charge X for a 1,000 word blog post.
Right.
And just to make it more intriguing, just say, okay, I charge X for 4 articles of 1,000 words per month.
Okay.
So that's how you can build around it. And for extra work, you can charge hourly. So if they say that, okay, you can also upload the articles to CMS, if that's a service, you can charge hourly. But per word is not something I recommend. You can do it when you're starting out just to gain
Right.
experience per project, and the extra work hourly is what I recommend and what makes sense to me the most.
So what is your process of writing content, and what are the tools you're using to enhance your writing skills?
Okay, so my process, I've built it over 2 years now. Earlier, it
Okay.
was very haphazard, okay, research, write. It wasn't, making an impact. But soon I realized that, okay, I have to build a point of view, and that's what I do first. Whenever I get a topic, I do not just dive into the research. I research my brain first before Google.
Okay.
I should know which direction I'm going in, what this blog will teach at the end, and what impact will it create to my audience. So that's the
Right.
first thing that I do. And then I move on to researching to make it more impactful. I, add in examples, case studies, expert quotes, and I
Right.
always make sure that there is a good structure to it, where I start from, where I end it, have headings, subheadings, and bullet points to make
Right.
it, more understandable. So that's how it goes.
And what are the tools you're using to enhance your writing?
Okay, so Grammarly is one thing I use to
Okay.
format and edit. Hemingway is another. And then what else? Yeah, AI is helping a lot these days. So
Right.
it's helping me fasten up my process. So yeah, ChatGPT, and there is writer.com, there is Peppertype. I don't use anything to write something entirely for me, but these are like aids that help me fasten up my process.
Right. Now comes the question that most freelancers have: how to find clients?
Okay, so there are like two, three ways that I have used to find clients. Let me start with what not to do is don't go to
Right.
freelance, uh, these freelance pages, Upwork and Fiverr and all that, because they
Right.
are, marketplaces. They charge you first commission, and then there is a bid process going on. If you are the cheapest, people, mostly prefer. So that's not something that helps you, clarify your worth. So make sure you do not do that. It didn't work for me, and maybe I didn't even try because I did not like the whole
Right.
idea around it. So mostly how you can go about is, number one is create content around your niche to get
Yes.
inbound leads. It takes a lot of time, of course, but the results are fruitful because you're building a personal brand on the side, so
Right.
other opportunities also pop in.
Yeah.
Second way you can get clients is by, of course, outbound, is by pitching,
Right.
either through LinkedIn, Twitter, or email. So you pitch people, you write messages, reach out to specific companies, specific audience, and so what to do. So this is a process which is cold pitching is a numbers game. The more you pitch, the better
Right.
results you get.
You have to put in the
So
volume.
yeah, a lot of it. You cannot just expect to get clients if you're pitching to 10 people. You have to do
Right.
500 to get three
Yes.
paying clients. So it's a volume game. So if that works for you, works for you. I prefer it to get clients. So, and it had worked for me. I've got my biggest clients through cold pitching. So these are the two ways that I prefer and use, and they work for me pretty well. Or
Yeah.
others are, friends, referrals, and all that stuff.
Yeah. And most people, what they do is they send 5 to 6 emails and they stop sending it. You should do it consistently. You have to send at least 40 to 50 emails per day.
Yeah, and also follow up. If you're
Yes.
not
Right.
follow, the initial email is a waste.
Right.
Follow up every 2 days. Follow up.
So you talked about this amazing tool called ChatGPT. So it has made very easy to come up with amazing blogs, articles, Twitter threads, and LinkedIn. So do you think that AI will replace content writers moving forward?
Yes, AI will replace writers, but to quote, AI will replace average writers, but
Right.
because AI cannot help you create, drafts that are ready to publish.
Right.
AI cannot help you with latest facts and stats. It cannot help you with emotions. It cannot help you with your
Right.
clients' and pain points. So that's something you do as a good writer. So AI just helps you with first draft level outlines and stuff. So average writers are already doing that. ChatGPT is doing it for all of us.
Right.
So if you're a good writer, you should know how to use AI to your aid and how to speed up the process to create outlines and research and stuff. But of course, AI will not replace you if you know how to create content that is ready to publish,
Right.
which average writers don't really do. So that's when I say AI will replace average writers, but will be an aid to great writers to publish better
Okay.
and in a more speedy way.
So how can we stand out and be a great writer? Any tips on that?
Okay, so there are so many things, which the first thing is, which I focus the most on, is point of view and direction.
Right.
So if you're getting a topic, everybody talks about it in the same way. If you want to give a definition, everybody it's the same definition to
Right.
a small thing. If you're talking about digital marketing, the definition is same. But how
Right.
you explain to someone who's in fifth grade or in, who's a child,
Right.
how
Right.
you explain it is what matters. What point of view you take, what real examples you take, what expert quotes you put in, what case studies you add makes a difference. Because a
Right.
definition is boring to read,
Right.
and sometimes you don't get it. And that basic data everyone is writing, but how you represent it using these examples, case studies, and analogies and real life problems. And when you give a solution, is what matters the most. Because when someone comes to your blog, they're looking for a solution.
Right.
So just pick up a point, illustrate it with an example, offer a solution, and then conclude it. So that's a
Right.
simple framework I use and which makes the article stand out. And my
Right.
clients love this about my work, so I really push it to my Instagram community as well.
राइट एंड बहुत सारे लोग फ्रीलांसिंग एज अ साइड हसल देखते हैं, क्विक मनी देखते हैं. सो व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स ऑन फ्रीलांसिंग एज अ करियर?
Okay, so I recently quit my job to do full-time freelancing, but it is a business. You should not treat it as a hobby if you want to take it full-time. Side hustle, of course, it can be your side hustle if you want to do something on the side, but it's not quick money for sure. You have
राइट.
to put in a lot of effort, and you have to pitch in the clients. You have, because it's not something that you're just writing. You have to
राइट.
build it as a business. You have to find clients yourself. You have to build your portfolio yourself. You have to write yourself. You have to edit yourself. You have to
राइट.
create content yourself. So it's an entire business that you have to take care yourself initially. Later you can delegate when you're at a good place. It's not quick money. It takes time. Most people just leave it in the first 2 months because they don't see results. It takes 6 months to 1 year at least. It's not quick money at all. And it is a lucrative business if you see it as a business.
Right.
That's
So at the end, I would like to ask, if you had to start from zero, then what would be the exact process you would follow to reach where you are at now?
okay. So the first thing I would do is definitely work on showing my work publicly,
Right.
whether it's by posting content, building a portfolio, or doing guest posting, even it's for free. I would work for free. I did not do it even once in my entire 2 year freelance career that I worked for free. I've never done it. But initially, I would do it if I got great opportunity, and I would say yes, even to okayish opportunities initially to
Right.
get experience. I said no to so many of them just because of the money, which is not something that I recommend initially.
Right.
So that's what I would have done. And later I would have started, once my portfolio is done, I'm seen publicly, I would start pitching, cold pitching a lot. And I guess I started cold pitching very late, which is
Okay.
something that I regret. I recommend everyone to start cold pitching from day one, and just that's what you need to do. Number three, I would do is create an offer. So I've never initially created an offer. I was always like, okay, get the client, serve the purpose, and get it done. But now it's like I know I have clarity of what I want to do. I know what I want to offer. I know it takes time, but initially just set a hypothetical offer that you think, can be done. So these are the three things that I would do.
So thanks a lot, Tanishka, for doing this. I'm sure that audience will also benefit a lot from this. You shared your experiences and your valuable insights on this. And guys, if you have any questions for Tanishka, you can reach out to her on her Instagram. I will link all her social media handles in the description.